Good night of Shabbos, everyone. This week's Parshas, Parshas Metzora. Parshas Metzora, we find a very fascinating, very peculiar phenomenon, actually. And that is the plight of the Metzora and the role of the Kohen in the Metzora's plight. It seems like the Kohen in this Parsha takes on the role of a diagnostician. He is the one that has to go figure out if this Metzora is Tameh or Tahar. And the reason why it's so peculiar is because a Kohen, we know the great lengths that a Kohen goes through to distance himself from Tuma. So it seems very strange that the Kohen specifically is the one that has to go see if this person is Tameh or Tahar. You would think that the Kohen would want to stay away from something like that. So Rab Soloveitchik explains a beautiful thought. He says we have to understand leprosy in biblical times. What would happen was a person would display these outward signs of leprosy, splotches, spots on his body, and immediately people would look down on this person. They would not want to have anything to do with him. They would not want to associate with him. They did not greet him. They treated him very, very poorly. That was just the natural instinct of people and the natural reaction that people had. So what's the Jewish response? What's the Torah response to this? The pasuk tells us, what's the Torah response to a Metzora? V'huva al ha-Kohen. Let's bring the Kohen to the Metzora. The Kohen goes. In fact, the Metzora was allowed to request that the Kohen Gadol be the one that see him. And if that would happen, the Kohen Gadol would have to go check if his tzaras was Tameh or Tahar. Kohen Gadol, who would not be allowed to attend the funeral of his closest relative, would have to be the one to go check on this Metzora to see if it was Tameh or Tahar. And the reason why is because we are telling this person, you might be down now, but I'm with you. That's what the Kohen would be saying. I'm with you. We'll get through this together. It's almost as if you could picture the Kohen putting his arm around the Metzora and saying, don't worry, we'll get through this. We're going michutz hamachana, but it's v'yatza haKohen al michutz hamachana. The Kohen's going with you, and people see that. People see you're going michutz hamachana, but I'm with you. That's the role of the Kohen. He's a man of the people. We all have to learn from this. We all have to learn that our fellow Jew, we have to take compassion. We have to be compassionate toward our fellow Jew, no matter who they are, and especially if they're downtrodden. And we have to put our arms around those people and say, I'm with you. Don't worry. We'll get through it together. Let's all try to have that in mind this Shabbos. Have a good Shabbos.